Yes, capsaicin can work as a rodent repellent. You just have to get the right mixture, and this is an insane amount. I'm gonna have to wash my hands really well and not rub my eyes. We found quite a few things that don't work for repelling mice, but this is one thing that does. Since rats can be deterred from spicy food, I'm gonna do a few more of these tests. I'm gonna see if bitterness works. I'm gonna mix the seeds in the most bitter substance known to man, Victrix, and see if that can repel mice or not. Subscribe to my channel. Please consider clicking the button right there.
Double G slippers, Prada rugs in the house. Baby girl, what you gonna do for this clout? You gon' bust it open, put this boot in your mouth.
Drip drop.
You gon' suck on the tip top. Little block. Children smile, I need a big sock. Do it for the gang, never for the fame. Bitch, I lying cheap. This shit in my veins.
Smash for the gold. Bash.
I'm out.
Rushing for the gold. TTGT for the gold. Ooh, I'm out. Draco on the couch. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Smash for the gold.
Dash.
I'm out.
Rushing for the gold. TTGT for the gold.
Ooh, I'm out.
Draco on the couch.
10 bands on my face, 100 bands on my wrist. You ain't ready for this shit, nah. You ain't ready for this clout. Keep my name out your mouth. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you stupid?
Watch your mouth, you ain't ready for this cloud, you ain't ready for this cloud, nah.
Smash for the clout.
Dash.
I'm out, flashing for the clout. TTGT
For the gold.
Ooh, I'm out.
Draco on the couch. Smash for the gold. Dash. I'm out.
Flashing for the clout. TTGT for the clout. Ooh, I'm out. Draco on the couch.
I know you gon' be the one that's gon' hold me down. When it's time to put it work, you know I'm always down. So they gon' all that work, baby, so you trust me. Let the streets in the night, I'ma make you love me. Baby, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Baby, do you trust me? Baby, do you trust me? Let the streets in the night, I'ma make you love me. I'ma make you love me. Baby, do you trust me? Come and close and hug me. Tell that hoe don't test me. I don't play by mine, watch this shit get messy. So they glad, got it in my spot. Bitch, I play, I'ma leave you hot. Rubber band, all these nuts. Bitch, I play, watch me kill the pocket. You gon' be the one that's gon' hold me down. When it's time to put it work, you know I'm always down. So they glad, all that work, baby, do you trust me? Let the streets in the night, I'ma make you love me. Baby, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Baby, do you trust me? Baby, do you trust me? Let the streets in the night, I'ma make you love me.
Talk that Glock, little homie, get your guap. You my son, little nigga, I'm your pops. I'm on top, little bitch, give me props. Talking charts, little baby, play your part, little baby, I'm the boy, yeah, baby, I'm the one. I'ma make you trust me, always keep it hard, bust down, rolling face, I've been getting money, diamonds do the Diddy dance, these the new Da Vinci bands, ooh, 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 PS my money, new Chanel, you deserve all of it, I'll put you on top, baby, you a star, I'll buy you the mall, yeah, I put you on a jet, you said I do the most, I told you no more ghosts, yeah, said you don't care about things, you said you down for me, I told them you my queen,
I know you gon' be the one that's gon' hold me down. When it's time to put it work, you know I'm always down. So they glad, all that work, baby, do you trust me? Let the streets in the night, I'ma make you love me. Baby, do you trust me?
Next time the answers. When I got big facts. Went about it the wrong way, so we can't fix that. I'm so scratched, she mad at you, so she come fuck me, forget that. Next time you bring me up, just make sure you stay big fat. Tell the truth. Big fat, 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 big fat. Trying to shatter me with lies, I ain't with that. Tell the truth. Big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat. Real big facts. Why they make us on bad? Big fat, big fat, big racks. Big fat, big fat. Back in big sack. Got a big bag. And big at. Get back splat. I'm on that strong. What's that? What's that? Muscle CPAP. Strong. They want my spot on the target. Can't forget that. I was the freshest nigga in the party. Louis V down, shaved my Bacardi. Whole out of body gone off Bacardi. See you on those speakers, I'm coming like I'm Cardi. I'll expose you niggas and bitches. I'm back in that molding thing. Niggas is getting too big for you bitches. You need to why anybody eat money bad? It's the topic, nigga. AP on me cost a bag. Water faucet, nigga. Never ever did some sucker shit like pay to take a nigga off a show. Shit, gonna fucking up the whole answers. When I got big fat, you went about it the wrong way, so we can't fix that. I'm so scratched, she mad at you, so she come fuck me, forget that. Next time you bring me up, just make sure you stay big fat. Big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat. Trying to shatter me with lies, I ain't with that. Tell the truth. Big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, real big facts. Why they make us on fire? Here goes some more indication. Here goes some more speculation. Here go. I took the money, went bought me some guns to lock the bitch up like it's Vegas. Keyboard killer, talk on Twitter, making posts, giving statements. Can't kill me. Yeah, go Fed, Mason, Federal, look like dreads, Haitian. You want my place? Take it. Get hit with the drum, cadence. You ain't my partner, nigga. Only hang around of a solid nigga. I ain't no pimp, but get your hoe before I knock a nigga. These little hitters wanna shoot them a movie, album, drop a nigga. Draco, hit them, me go splat. Turn them into play, don't lay them flat. Never let any answers. When I got big fat, you went about it the wrong way, so we can't fix that. I'm so scratched, she mad at you, so she come fuck me, forget that. Next time you bring me up, just make sure you stay big fat. Big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat. Trying to shatter me with lies, I ain't with that. Tell the truth. Big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, real big facts. Why they make us on